Hello and welcome to another episode of the Federal Church presents Better Than Bloomberg. Today we have your Wednesday, May 10th market recap here. CPI slips. CPI slip sparks market chaos. Oh, I should mention again, we're covering the global financial system collapse 2023. The worst ever. Coverage as your banks fail and the Fed and other central banks print money to make you poor. So the CPI slip, CPI print today, which is always fudged anyway, sparks market chaos. Banks and bond yields battered as rate hike odds collapse. What difference would it make when they're printing trillions of dollars anyway? Well, that was quite a day. A slight softening in CPI, like the slightly better than the worst case scenario in SLUs, was enough to spark a panic bid in stocks, money printing in PPT, bonds, gold, and crypto, and tank the dollar as rate hike odds tumble. Again, as they print money, you get poor. But by the end of the day, things had changed quite dramatically, with the chance of a June rate hike completely removed by the market from 20% odds at the start of the day. Now none at all. With the extension of the dovish move driven by a late-day note from Wall Street Journal Fed whisperer that we may be on hold for the summer. What difference would it make? They're printing trillions of dollars. Federal Reserve officials were already leaning towards taking a summer vacation from interest rate increases to see if they have done enough to slow the economy and inflation. Wednesday's inflation report makes that easier because it showed price pressures aren't worsening and might soon be slowing as muted growth in rental housing costs feed through to official inflation gauges. More important, Fed officials have focused more on the impact of recent banking system strains, which will take time to slow economic activity, including hiring and inflation. Put that bullshit out. Oh, this is from Wall Street Journal. Yeah, that's a crock of shit. That's happening now. And it's not taking any time at all, actually. They already let 250,000 people go in the last 5 months, I guess. And what was that website again? There was a great layoffs website I should bring up. Cuts 25% of cable network staff. Yeah, it's not taking any time at all. That's happening now. Microsoft layoffs bring tech giant Seattle area total to nearly 3,000 2 hours ago. It's happening now. Get Wall Street, you crock of shit. Kinda like their economy. And inflation, and well, if you're buying anything, you probably know plenty about inflation. The market sees no more rate hikes in this cycle. Like it would matter because they're printing trillions of dollars. Nevertheless, the stock market today was total chaos today, spiking on the soft CPI, then waking up to reality that it was marginal at best and not enough to change anyone's mind, and then pumping again after, I don't know who the fuck that is, suggested the Fed will be on hold, which they had already said they would be. NASDAQ was best on the day. The Dow ended in the red. Again, because the NASDAQ doesn't have any bank stocks in it that are failing, that are insolvent, and they keep printing money. So now you get the Zimbabwe effect. Most shorted stocks were squeezed twice. That would probably be PPT shenanigans. Regional bank stocks pumped and dumped again. Well, the machines do it. Yeah, those are worth nothing because they're insolvent. Another big pump and dump in bank stocks overall. PPT can print as much money as they want, but it won't matter. Let's see here. VIX and the one-day VIX both tumbled on the day after the latter spiked up to the former yesterday. Again, you print money and try to destroy price discovery. That's generally what happens too. Treasury yields plunged today with the short end notably outperforming 2-year minus 11 basis points, 30-year down 3 basis points, dragging all by the 10-year and 30-year lower on the week. That's the word nothing. The brokest country in the history of the world. The 2-year yield broke back below 4% and extended. That's probably more money printing, making you poor. The dollar ended lower, dumping on the CPI print to 4-week lows before bouncing then dumping again. Don't forget what's in that index too, by the way. Bitcoin rallied on the CPI print back about 28,000, then suddenly puked hard around 1 p.m. Eastern Time, back below 27,000. Right around margin call time, before bouncing back to unchanged. Gold ended marginally lower after spiking hard on the initial CPI print reaction. And again, I haven't taken the time to do it, but I'm sure somebody has. You can take a look at the on-chain activity to see the kind of stuff going on there. And I'm going to guess it's margin calls, because your financial system is failing. Finally, while the market appears, and you get the volatility with it too. Finally, while the market appears to be pricing in rate cuts, it is really pricing in a bifurcated outcome of a high probability of no rate cut. No, it's probably just money printing, and it doesn't matter because they're printing trillions of dollars. And a low probability of large emergency cuts, banking crisis bailout, or debt ceiling crisis rescue, money printing, there you go. E.g. 70% odds of higher for longer around these levels and 30% odds of panic cut to 2.25% leaves around 4.3% average implied rate. All that means is you're gonna get bored. And the only way the Fed does that kind of cut is if something really bad is happening. You know, like damn near all of your banks being insolvent. That's pretty bad. And by bad, we mean the market has collapsed, which it has. It's for the banks. The rest of the market will soon follow. And then they'll print money printing, and then you get Zimbabwe, even though the dollar's worth nothing. Because Yellen thinks she's going to backstop all the deposits in the U.S., banking system by printing money. 3/4 of the U.S. annual GDP, in fact. So the dovish implications of the forward curve can't happen. It won't really matter unless the stock market crashes, which it probably will. And then they'll print shitloads of money to make you poor. Don't forget why that happened. Because you did not pay your tithe. Pay the Bitcoin wallet below. Make sure to make your donations too. You cannot achieve salvation without making a donation.